Hello everyone, welcome to By the Numbers. We're here with Belfast Celtic and I'm FM Tahiti. The league's not going well. If you remember from the last episode, we lost against Portadown, we lost against Dungannon. We've basically given Dungannon and Portadown the momentum they need to try and pull off some kind of survival. But we do have a youth intake, so let's see what they say. I've not looked at any of these ones yet, so Jared Armstrong, real chance of developing into a golden generation. He's a goalkeeper, which to be honest, I think young goalkeepers take a long time to get to the point where they're ready for the first team, so I'm a little bit disappointed. So he's currently operating at Northern Irish level 4. He could be really good, he could be better than all the keepers we've got currently. He's no use to us currently in our kind of relegation battle, but obviously we'll give him his contract. Let's look at the rest of the youth candidates. Adam Henry, he could be okay. An attacking midfielder. Bill Elliott on the left, who is not amazing, but he's got some potential, I think. He could be quite good. Dean Fitzgerald, left or right, good utility player potentially. Gavin Mullahand, who would probably have to retrain a defensive midfielder or an attacking midfielder. A little way away, we could probably do something. Paul O'Toole, looks a little older than his 16 years, that's a mighty fine beard. 6 foot, good tackling, good leadership, otherwise not great. Scott McComb, Ethan Patterson, Niall Finnegan. Niall Finnegan could be alright in the future. Good spread of mental attributes. That'll be alright. Fairly professional as well. James McKnight. Some good physical attributes there, but not much else to be honest. Jared Armstrong, which we've looked at. Ricky Kerr on the right. He could be okay. Good crossing. Good technique. Good pace, acceleration, fitness. Determined, aggressive. He could be good for us. David Dornan, nah. Dan Dunlop, nah. Jason Forsyth, mental attributes are okay, but probably not. William Cooling, and Jordan Chapman. Jordan Chapman might be alright. It's not particularly well rated, but I tend to ignore this. Is there some potential in the attributes, and is there room for them to grow? They don't need to grow by a huge amount at this level to actually be good enough. He's got some potential there with his long shots and his technique and his aggression and bravery and determination and work rate. Could become quite a solid player. So we'll probably again offer contracts to mainly all of them. There's one or two here that maybe I won't, like Forsyth, Dunlop and Dornan, might not. But we'll bring a few in, but there's nobody here who's going to save us from our current sort of predicament. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back after the Cliftonville game for the Glentoran and Glenavon ones. So we'll probably put the Glentoran one in this particular episode, because we'll know what's happened with Cliftonville, and then we'll know what the sort of lie of the land is with the rest of the league in terms of what we need to do. Because after the Cliftonville match and just before the Glentoran match, we should be able to tell what the gap is between us and Portadown, and whether they've managed to extend, because when they play their game in hand, extend the gap. They could extend the gap to 5 points. When we play our next match, if we drop points and they win points, could be in a position where we're automatically in the kind of not automatic, but in the playoff for relegation at the very least. Likewise, we'll know what's going on with Dungannon, so we'll know where we are and how we're performing, so we'll come back for that in just a second. Alright, so we're back after playing the Cliftonville match and signing up the youth players. Let's show you what's going on. So obviously, you saw us lose against Portadown, you saw us lose against Dungannon in the last video, and then we played Cliftonville. We drew 3-3, and to be honest, we were 2-0 up. It was 2-1, then it was 3-1. And then they got an 85th minute goal and a 94th minute penalty, which I'm a little bit bitter about. So it was only meant to be about 3 minutes that I did time, so I feel a little bit aggrieved by that one. Devlin and Bonis started that match. Devlin got a goal being assisted by Bonis. Then McGovern and McQuitty got 2 from deep free kicks, I think it was. So we missed out a little bit there. If we look at the league, Dungannon are definitely going down now. They cut over turn the point difference. There's only 2 games left, so the best they can hope for is 26. With the 2 games left we've got, the best we can hope for is 34. And Portadown have got a game in hand, so they've got 9 more potential points. So if they win one of those last 3, then I think we're in the relegation spot regardless. I think that's how that works. They're playing at the same time as us, so we need them essentially to lose. A draw we could just about manage as long as they lose their other 2 games. We'll see. We're sticking to the plan, which means that McLaughlin and Ward are going to start here. Cockcroft was suspended last match. Let's bring him back and put Downey back onto the bench somewhere. Bring off McCallion, there we go. McGreevy, we could bring on for right. What's the difference in there? 6.5. Greaves 6.62, so let's bring McGreevy in. Finest of margins, Coulter on from McQuitty, who's got a red card, well, not red card, he's suspended. And we'll bring Burns in there. In fact, actually, Jeff Wright, because he can play in both positions. And that's us covered. It's as good as it's going to get at the moment. It is a bit frustrating when, in the past few games, 3 or 4 games, we've conceded late on and dropped points because of that. But we are pretty bad, so that's how it works, I guess. There we are in our terrible tracksuit. Maybe we need to upgrade to an actual suit if we want to be taken seriously. I'm kind of hoping we manage to stay up so we can get this takeover done. Then we can make some changes. Clark goes in. Bypass Ward completely and Coulter had a go. Think of maybe next season changing some of the instructions for the tactic. Maybe at the moment they're just a bit too... I mean, it's not that complicated a tactic, but maybe it's just a bit too much for us to be doing. So maybe we'll keep the shape and the general idea of having that attacking front 3 and that kind of defensive cover. Maybe even keep the roles and individual instructions, but just keep the general ones a little bit simpler. And then we can start building up from there again. Go on, clear it. That'll do. Glentoran should beat us, if past form is anything to go by. Class. You can, in theory, I think, match our best ever points total in the Premiership, because last season it was 30 or 35, one of the 2. So we can do that. Save, just get it out. Let's see the latest scores. It's going to be put some Portadown the drawing. So currently, we're not definitely in the relegation playoff. We've still got a chance of getting out there. Ward, is he completely up and straight at the keeper? I reckon Bonis would have scored that. He goes nowhere. I think scouting players to try and improve the squad, but obviously it really does depend on whether we'll still be here in the Premiership. I'm pretty sure they won't sack me if we do get relegated. Heavy favourites to be relegated twice now. Go on, McLaughlin, you got some... I mean, that was not a bad finish actually in the end. I thought maybe though he could have brought someone else in. Long throw, Ward brings it down, Cockcroft. Back out to McGowan. There's no one there for it. Really back in Ward. Still there. It's a local derby, really. We're still playing in Belfast, but at Glentorran's place. See, Glentorran and Glenavon really don't have anything to play for. Same with Cliftonville, to be honest. They're all safe. Glenavon are doing us a favour and beating Port down. Claw our way back. Dig in, everyone. Let's tell strikers we're pleased. Well, look, we've got faith anyway. Motivated one of them. Then Ward. So I think these are the best combinations of kits. There's still a lot of green on the pitch. Done. Charged it down. Rescues it. Counters on. Don't quite get past him. McLaughlin. It goes so close each and every time. It's just one pass away or one move away or one finish away. Cockcraft trying with the deep free kick. Come on, Clark. 3v. McLaughlin doesn't get hold of that one. Dunn picks up the Cockcraft back in. Ward's getting the shots away, but they're not from. They need to be closer and to be more dangerous. Ward smacks it straight into someone. At least he is getting into positions, I guess. And we can check with the XG who's there. Oh, Cockcroft. Top left-hand corner. That could be a very important goal for us come the end of the season. Just beyond the reach of Johnston. Ported down again, smashed by Glenavon. Get it out. Yeah. Really need to hold on to this. Go on, McGowan. Two bites at that one. What can we do? Dunn's nervous. Bring on Niall going for Dunn. Dunn's actually been quite good, but he's nervous. Let's move him on. Let's bring on Spence as well for McGowan, who's getting tired and isn't playing particularly well. Again, let's bring on Bonis forward. So I am going to have to adjust the minutes played when I do the XG, which isn't too difficult. You just divide by minutes at the end, essentially. And have it as XG per 90 or per minute. Clark, kind of clearing that. We're almost there. Out it goes, come on. Come on, Bonis, put him through. Interesting, not what I would have done. I say not what I would have done. I'm not good enough to have ever played at that level, so. Just keep it together just a little bit longer. A little bit longer than this, please. Just concentrate for the last 30 seconds. I think a 1-0 win's probably about deserved. I don't think we've completely cheated them with that. McLaughlin falls over, basically. Didn't really need to do that, did you, Clark? Okay, that is a huge win for us. It doesn't get us out of the... Let's have a look at this. Passionate. Good work. Let's get the morale going. So Portadown did lose. 4 goals to 1. But they're still a point ahead of us, and they've still got 2 games left to play, whereas we've got 1. So we just got Glenavon next to beat Portadown. So we're playing on the 24th. Portadown. They've got a match on the 20th and 24th. So what we can do, we'll just go ahead to the 20th and see what happens. I know I could have praised Cockross' performance then, but actually he's... I'll go back and check all of this later on. Larn do the double. Of course they do. Portadown, I missed that, didn't I? What happened with Portadown then? They lost against Cliftonville, so it does all come down to this last match of the season. They're playing Dungannon, who are already relegated, and we're playing Glenavon, who have 0 to play for, but still managed to actually spank Portadown. So we'll come back for that in the next episode as the last throw of the dice to try and avoid any kind of relegation. And if we fail, because we need Portadown to draw or lose, and depending on if they draw, we need to win. If they lose, us drawing would get us through as it stands. So there are some permutations, but we're going to come back for that and see if we can scrape through. And then we've got some rebuilding to do if we manage it. If not, we've got another episode as well. It's going to go through. And we'll probably fit in an extra episode about XG towards the end. Interestingly, because of the way the pattern's worked out, the next match is going to have us playing Bonis and Devlin up front. That'll be fun. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.